Hello, rail fans, and welcome to French Fried Trains. It's Tuesday, June 22nd, 2021. We headed out in the morning to our normal spot, and we only waited about 15 minutes for this first train. A southbound auto rack job, led by an ES44 ACH and an early production model flat exhaust ET44AH. And here's an old Southern Pacific car. Awesome. And here's an older CP railcar. And here's a shiny, graffiti-free Union Pacific car. This train seemed to stretch on and on and on. And some interesting graffiti on this BNSF car. And finally, about 7 minutes later, the end of the train goes by us. After this one, it would end up being almost 2 hours before we saw anything else. Some 6-axle flat cars start off this manifest train, led by an SD70Mac and then an ES40DC. An awesome catch. This one was coming in on a yellow signal, which could mean one of two things. Either he was stopping at the north end of Needmore Yard to drop off or pick up cars, or there would be a train meet. Only time would tell. And check out this covered hopper here. I don't believe I've ever seen that before. And a bunch of coil shield cars with no covers. And have a look at this old faded CSX boxcar. And an even more faded one. And as we turn around, we actually have a decent cut of CSX boxcars here. Five minutes later, and we're getting to the end of the train finally. And the last car finally goes past us. I would watch him disappear into the distance for a moment here. He would end up stopping with his tail end directly under that bridge down there. And before I could even get back in my car, we would end up catching this jet taking off from the nearby Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. And just as soon as I stopped filming this jet, before I could even go back to my car, another train came. This time a southbound. The yellow signal was for a train meet. Check that out. Double YN2 action as an old pair of AC-44 CWs lead this one. Lots and lots of covered hoppers on this southbound. And here's some Union Pacific covered hoppers. Well, not super rare. You don't see them that often around here. Followed up by a bunch of coil shield cars. Here's a cut of hopper cars, and check out the graffiti on the side of this one here. And as we pan back here, take a look at this old Chicago Northwestern hopper. Would actually end up being a few more of those mixed in with this cut here. There's one, and here's some more. And a few more down here. And about a minute later, and there's another cut of hoppers with even more Chicago Northwestern cars mixed in. A little bit later now, and we're in a big cut of tank cars. And the train, as you can see, has slowed way down. He would stay at this slow speed for the rest of the time. But he didn't come to a stop. He ended up passing me. And check out this approaching cut of covered hoppers. As they came up, I thought they were just covered in rust. But no, that's actually all dirt dried on the side of these covered hoppers here. Check this one out. This has to be one of the laziest patch jobs I've ever seen. They didn't even try to make their paint rectangular. Same thing on this one, though it's harder to see. And finally, we're at the end of the train. And that's all the trains I got that day. So that's all for this episode. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And everyone have a great week. Stay safe out there, rail fans.